In this video, I want to cover tattoo groupings because everybody seems to overcomplicate needles like I've never seen before anything else in the tattoo industry. It's something that I get asked all the time, and there's a really simple approach. As a beginner, you don't need to get fixated on having 50,000 different types of needles. Let's break things down into the simplest form. You need to focus on 3 key families or types of grouping of needles: liners, round shaders, RS, round shader, and mags. Now, within these, I'm just going to give you a little example. So that's your needle. Let's say a 3 round liner, the points create that sort of pattern. You've got 3 needles and they come to a point, all right? So the difference between a round liner and a round shader, if we had a 3 round shader, it is exactly the same needles in the same pattern, apart from instead of going to a point, round shaders, the needles go straight. This disperses the ink a little bit better and allows you to get a softer edge to the line or the dot, which makes them better for shading. So that's the difference between the liner and the round shader. Super simple to understand. The next is the mag. So we're going to use a 9 mag as an example, and it would have a 5 across the bottom, and then in between on another row it'd have 4 at the top. Now we have straight mags where all of the needles finish in a straight line. Then we have curved mags where they finish with a softer edge. There's loads of different variations of each one, but you don't have to worry about that. When you're learning, people overcomplicate everything. The main thing that you need to focus on is, right, I understand liners, I understand round shaders, I understand mags. If you understand those 3 families of needles, there's not a tattoo world that you can't complete. Here's what I recommend. If you don't understand this, you are clearly just learning, which is amazing. Let's not overcomplicate it. What you need to familiarize yourself with, not necessarily even doing designs as such, but you can practice this with drills, which anybody used to my content, or if you've done my course where I teach all this, you'll notice I use drills quite a lot because it forces you to understand techniques and methods rather than practicing bad habits on designs. So that is a 3. So I would get a selection of liners. Notice how I'm not talking about the gauge of the liner. It's irrelevant if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter to you. The main thing is you understand liners, round shaders, mags. So if you've got yourself 3 round liner, a 5 round liner, a 9 and a 14, just as an example, you are going to be able to do on the mats in a safe environment, not hurting anybody, no cross-contamination, no ruining somebody's skin for the rest of their life. We're taking this serious, so we're doing it on practice mats. But if you've got just a variety of liners, you're going to start to understand how they feel, how they respond, how they act different, how you've got to adjust your hand speed or your voltage depending on which size you're using. Then you've got a good understanding of liners and the uses. The exact same with the round shader. So you might have a 3 round shader, 5, same again, same numbers. That's going to give you a good understanding of how they feel and respond. Whether it be getting a softer line, because you can use round shaders to also line with, but because they're not to a point, they give a softer line, almost like a distorted line. Or you can use them for shading. But you're going to get used to the needle, the family of needles, and you're going to vary the sizes. So you're going to get used to the small ones, getting into them small little tight areas, doing that smaller detail and packing in small areas. Like if you were doing a portrait and you were doing pupil of an eye, you could do it with a liner, but you could also do it with a small shader. But you're getting used to how it responds different. And then again, the exact same principle, 5, 9. So you're getting a small mag, bigger, bigger, bigger. The principle is the exact same. So you might do a load of rectangles, and then with your mag, you do loads using the 5 mag and practice shading. So you'd practice your whip shading from bottom to top. You'd practice your brush shading or your pendulant shading, depending on what you call it. All these are covered in different lessons where I go into each shading technique in detail individually. But this is an overview. So you'd practice all with this needle. You'd then do the same again. It's a drill. So you do more rectangles and do this needle. So you're familiarizing yourself and getting used to the uses and the results different textures that you can create, all with the mags, the round shaders and the liners. There is not a tattoo out there that wouldn't be able to be done if you're familiar with small liners up to bigger liners, small round shaders up to bigger round shaders, and small mags up to the bigger mags. We don't have to complicate everything. At the very beginning of your tattoo journey, this is what we get asked all the time. I've taught hundreds of thousands of students worldwide how to tattoo through my online platforms. They get fixated. I'm going to use the 3 round liner as an example. Now there's loads of different variations of that same needle. There's a 10 gauge 3 liner. That means that each individual needle is slightly smaller, thinner than the standard, which is a 12 gauge, is often referred to as a standard in the tattoo industry. If you're not familiar with all this terminology, I've got a needle video, it's free, it's on YouTube, that covers all of these and explains in great detail what everything means. So if you don't know, jump and watch that because you'll definitely know after. And then there's the 8 gauge, which is even finer. So 8s and 10s are often referred to as bug pins. As a total beginner, if you got a 3 round liner and I had an 8 gauge and a 12 gauge in different machines and said, right, tell me the difference, and I didn't tell you what the difference was, as a beginner, you wouldn't notice. You'd just say, well, it's a 3 liner. The difference that it makes is that small to a beginner that don't know the difference. So it's pointless worrying about things that's irrelevant for your phase of learning. The important thing is you get familiar with these. So they can all just be a 12 gauge, 12 gauge, 12 gauge, all of them. It's irrelevant. They could all just be a medium taper. The taper refers to at the end of each needle, so this is the needle, that's the point, is just the distance that the needle starts to get thinner from there to there. You'll either have a standard taper, or you could have a really short taper, or a really long one. Again, I've got videos explaining all this. None of that's relevant to you at the very beginning because you've got to focus on the main groups first. Get used to them. Once you've got a lot of experience with a 3 round liner, or a 9 liner, or a 9 round shader, or a 5 mag, then you can start playing with the taper lengths or the gauge of the needle. And because you've got more experience and you know exactly how these feel, then and only then would you actually notice the difference. But it is irrelevant at the beginning. So please, and I see it all the time, and it's like people like or almost want to make something that is super simple. Look, just get a selection of liners, a selection of round shaders, and a selection of mags. We're going to do a shitload of drills to familiarise yourself with all of them. That is it. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's like people want to make something that's so simple, confuse the life out of everybody. And I understand. Remember, I've been in your shoes. I was learning. I mean, it were over a decade ago, but I was the exact same. Well, what's the taper? What's the gauge? Oh, well, I want to try all of them. I wasted so much money buying every type of different needle that I could. In theory, it were a waste of money because I didn't know the difference anyway. I didn't even know what I was looking for. So please listen to this advice because 1, it simplifies everything. 2, it's going to save you a ton of money. And 3, you're going to learn a lot quicker because you've got a system in place. You're going to get just these, just them. You're going to hammer drills with each size and feel the difference. Notice how you've got to increase your volts. As this goes bigger, you're then pushing a bigger surface area into the skin. Naturally, that requires more force. So you might have to turn your machine up a little bit or slow your hand speed right down. These are things that you've got to play with and adjust to find out what works for you as an individual artist. Don't need complicated. So hopefully that's going to save you a load of time and a load of money. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.